Dasher, and then Brandon Sudge.
Hey DJ, good to see you. Saw you down at in Mobile at the Senior Bowl, and you seemed like you had a pretty good effort there. Having gone through that, was there more on you at Pro Day this week, or just a matter of the continuation of what you did down there?
I say the matter of the continuation. Like going down there to Senior Bowl, it felt like the same thing to me. Just competing against the top players now. So just saying it was a great experience. Felt the same to me though.
Hey, DJ, so I want to ask about one of your former teammates, Eric Stokes. He's kind of had his speed on show here at Pro Day and over these last couple of showings. I mean, like when you've experienced his speed, like what can you say about it and how it can help him in this time of finding his spot in the NFL draft?
Oh yeah, Eric Stokes, that's my guy. I've been knowing Stokes in high school. He always been a track star. So I remember back even in high school, like he was running like track, probably like one of the fastest time there. Like I was saying, like Stokes, yeah, he's most definitely been a track star. So and making that transition from track to football, it was like a good transition for him too. So like he most definitely can adapt to an NFL team quickly, very quickly.
Okay, let's have John McMullen and then Mark Gaughan.
Sorry, you guys can skip me. Sorry about that.
Okay, and then we can start with Mark. Okay, not sure Mark if Mark has a question, but then we're going to go with Chip Towers and then Mike Griffith.
Yeah, DJ, just how did you feel about your performance today? And just can you describe, what it's like for a guy like you that's somewhere in between, the people everybody's talking about and, just trying to continue your career?
I feel like I did very good today. I feel like I did good on my 40. I feel like I showed out my ball skills pretty good and my strength. I feel like I did more better on my vertical. Like if I would have did it probably like the second time. And just me going against some of the top players like you were just saying, and not my name being really like up there too. I feel like I'm almost definitely gonna wake them up. I feel like I'm one of the best man-to-man press coverage it is. I feel like no corner in this draft better than me in man-to-man. So I'm most definitely gonna be gonna wake them up. Just like basically what I said like in the Senior Bowl. I want to answer our question, being like I was hurt this past season. I really limited to everything. I don't even think I was like 80% throughout the season. Being I had a low ankle sprain, grade 3, and just being back healthy, feel great, feeling like my old self, really like better than my old self now. So just me, just getting back to my rhythm, like how I normally am, and how I know I can compete and be one of the top corner that it is in the draft. So I'm just ready to go.
Thank you, man.
Hey, DJ, can you, two things, can you share any of your numbers from today? I know everything's kind of unofficial. I don't know if you got any ballpark stuff. And then was there any thought to coming back? You look at Georgia, those positions are wide open. Like you said, you were injured. I know you got great 2019 tape, but what was the decision-making process to come out? And then also, what kind of numbers did you think you put up today, or if you got any feedback?
Gotcha. Some of the feedback I got from my 40, I feel like I don't got lower, even only my 40, but it was like unofficial 4.46 and 4.47. And and just me just talking to God, most definitely just talking to God, talking to my family, and just like knowing what my draft grade was gonna be. Like if it wasn't like the first through 3, like just talking about it, I most definitely gonna come back with no question. So if we're more definitely late in the draft, I most definitely gonna come back like regardless. So that was like the big decision of me entering the draft. So like I was saying, if it wasn't the first through 3, I'm most definitely gonna come back.
Okay, up next, let's have Raphael Haynes.
Hello, DJ. Raphael from the 3-Point Conversion. Knowing that you got invited to the NFL Combine and they didn't have it, so you have this pro day, your one shot. Did you have more anxiety coming in today? Was you nervous? Was you amped? How was your feeling coming in today?
I was ready to go. I was talking to my family. I really like really ambitious. So like I really got tired of like all the training stuff. I was just really like ready to go. And just like I had got that invitation to NFL draft, like the combine. And being it was canceled due to COVID, like it was one of the like probably one of the biggest dreams I ever wanted to do. Like just competing and just doing everything at the combine. But just being here made like a little slight. You can say it was like a little slight little combine, but I feel like it was probably been a different experience if I was there. But just coming in today, I wasn't really nervous. I really like ready to go. I felt really prepared. I know what I was gonna get. I know what I could have even got better in. So I was just really ready. Really wasn't that nervous today.
Just a quick follow-up. What cornerback do you pattern your game after, or you paid attention to where you say, okay, this is who I play like or who I like in the NFL?
I say Patrick Peterson, Jalen Ramsey, Xavier Howard, Darius Slay, and I say those because those guys praise themselves on technique. Like me, I praise myself on technique. Feel like I can't really do nothing without my technique. I'm always getting better, like on and off the field about my technique, seeing what I can do to improve it. See if I just one hand jam, two hand jam, or just switch it up like all the time. So those really like the main players I pattern myself off of, and I really watch.
All right, and the final question, let's go with Mark Weiser.
No, I'm good. But he answered my question. Thank you.
Okay, great. Instead of that, let's do Dan Wolkenstein.
Hey, DJ, Dan from the Brawl Network. You mentioned your skills at press and man. Also, you've seen folks talk about your skills at zone as well. Talk about your versatility. I know that's kind of a big key for folks looking for that in the NFL. How do you think your versatility translates to the NFL?
My versatility, like, I feel like it's one of the top. Being that like me making that transition from like here to Georgia, like I feel like everything was more physical back then. Like back at high school, with you go, I feel like everything more physical. Me making that transition from Georgia, everything was really more mental. I feel like everything more mental. You had to be mentally ready. Had to be mentally ready for the practice. Had to be mentally ready watching film, studying film, walkthroughs, all that. And so just me having the like confidence in myself that I can really lock down any receiver, and me just like I was saying, having the confidence. I feel like there's no corner in this draft. I say this like most humblest way. Like I feel like there's no corner in this draft better than me at man-to-man. And just me making that transition from the NFL, I feel like I'm gonna shine my rookie year, being like I know what I can do. I know what I can do. I know the team that's really going risking for me to be on their team. I feel like I'm gonna give them my all. Most definitely, I feel like I'm one of the players that never going to get comfortable. I'm just ready to go.
And just a quick follow-up. If there was a wide receiver you're looking to go up against in the NFL, who would it be?
Jamal Adams. Most definitely Jamal Adams. He's a route runner. I was looking at his routes. And he very like, some receivers are predictable. Some receivers do the same thing. Jamal Adams, like, and really like, you try to see like what type of receiver is he? Is he a 50-50 guy? Is he like back shoulder? How you get in out of his breaks? Is he a speed releaser? Does he like the shimmy on the release? And I say Jamal Adams, like he do all the above. So just me locking up against him, that'd be one of the best.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thanks so much, DJ.
Thank you.
All right, guys, and just going forward, I know that some of you are raising your hand if you have a question. That is very helpful. So if you don't mind, just whenever you do have a question for the player, raising your hand and then also taking it down whenever, either if your question is called on or whatever, that would be great. So thank you so much.
All right, next up, we're going to have Mark Webb.
Are we good to start, Eleanor?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, great. Hey, Mark, how are you? All right. First, we're going to start with Mike Griffith and then Raphael Haynes.
Hey, Mark, a couple questions, 1-2 punch here. One, did you consider coming back for another season and the decision there? And then two, how'd you feel about your performance today? Did they get you any projected numbers?
Who wouldn't consider coming back to the best university in the world? You get what I'm saying? I think all of us considered it. And then I feel like today, I did all right. It wasn't what I expected, but I did all right.
Hey, Mark, Raphael from the 3-point conversion. Just in saying that, what are some of your attributes that they can't see on during this pro day or on film that you say are your best attributes?
I could do everything on the field. I'm versatile. Whatever you want me to do, you could do it. Special teams, anything. I ain't probably the craziest, but I ain't no crazy burner like Stokes or Tyson, but I get the job done. I'm versatile, play backer, play safety, play corner. You want to put me in receiver, quarterback, I play it.
And then a quick follow-up. Is there anybody in the NFL, any cornerback DB in the NFL that you would pattern your game after or you like?
There's a couple. I know you've seen Jeremy Chin this year. He's a stronger guy. He's bigger than me, but he plays hacker, but he could play safety. He could play nickel. He could play in the nickel spot. He can guard your best tight end. You got Jamal Adams playing the box, blitz, one of the best blitzing DBs out there. Tyrann Mathieu, the brains, you get what I'm saying? They do it all. Don't matter about size, none of that. People that just get it done, you get what I'm saying?
All right, up next, let's have Alex Fleming and then Fran Duffy. Alex, I think you're muted. If you don't mind starting back over and unmuting your mic, that would be great.
Mr. Webb, how are you?
Good, yourself?
I'm just fine. I'm not muted anymore. Talk to me about your versatility and the diet change that you're going through now that you're transitioning from college to NFL. Plus, you have a teammate who believes he's the best corner defensive back coming out of this year's draft. What separates you from the rest of the pool, especially Patrick Surtain from Alabama?
I'm versatile. It's just like I was brought up like this, I started out, you probably won't believe, I was probably one of the best nose guards to ever touch a pop on the field. You get what I'm saying? So I always played just about anything that was asked of me. You get what I'm saying? I love the game. You get what I'm saying? And Patrick Surtain, great corner, and we got great corners on our team. You know what I'm saying? And people that I was training with, some of the best players that I've been around, you know what I'm saying, in my career, fast, physical. You get what I'm saying? Patrick Surtain is fast, physical, has great technique, great press corners. I'm blessed to be around these great press corners like Tyson, Stokes, and DJ. You get what I'm saying? Rich, he's also great. He can get up there and pressure if he got to. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just blessed to be around all of them.
Are you going to gain weight for the NFL, or are you going to stay at your same playing weight and just see if someone takes a flyer?
I play whatever they want me to play at. If they like what I'm at now, then I'll play at that. But none of that matters on that field. When you're on that field, whatever weight you are, that's what you're gonna play at. And that's what I'm gonna be. I'm still gonna be physical, I'm gonna be versatile. Whatever you want me to play, I'm still gonna be able to play that. Whatever way you want me to play that.
All right, Fran, do you still have a question?
Yep. Let's get to kind of separate two of your teammates here. One, the first part of my question is just all the guys you competed with today out at Pro Day. You can bring one with you to the NFL. Who would you bring with you and why? It could be offense or defense. Just pick one guy you bring with you and why.
Why can't I bring them all?
Because you only get one. You only get one in this scenario.
You can't do that because I got all types of different personalities. You know what I'm saying? I need each and every one. You know what I'm saying? That's a hard choice. I can't choose that one. If you know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause I need each and literally like it's like a million different personalities in each and every one of them. I can't choose.
All right.
I'm sorry.
All right. So then my next question for you is just this. Obviously, senior laden defense, a lot of guys moving on to the NFL, especially in the back end. Who's a guy that we're not talking about right now, but a year from now, maybe he's standing up at that podium or we're all going to be talking about from a national standpoint?
I feel like next year you'll hear a lot. It's not just one. It's really all of them. which you're gonna hear a lot from about Lewis Cine, and you got Chris Smith. One of the best two safeties I've been in the game with. Love the game, physicality, play to the standard. You get what I'm saying? Those are gonna be your leaders in that back end. It's special, very special.
Awesome. Thanks, Mark.
Okay, and the last two questions, we're going to go with Matthews Ornelias and then Rob Kuester.
Mark, good afternoon. Mateus from Brazil. My first, it's a question about the Senior Bowl. Like in the year like the COVID and all the problems that the players and the teams and the scouts have, what's the big deal or the importance of the Senior Bowl for the players?
The Senior Bowl was for the players. Like, y'all can't really understand. Y'all probably can't tell me about emotion, but that was the biggest blessing that I could have asked for. This pro day, biggest blessing I could have asked for. I didn't think none of it was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I kept hearing it was going to happen because Jim Nagy was telling me, he was like, oh, I got it planned. I was like, I don't know. They keep shutting down stuff. I didn't know what was going to happen. It was a blessing to go. I'm very surprised that we had it. And I made the best of it. I went there and had fun, met a lot of new guys. I'm just blessed that I had the opportunity to go.
Thank you a lot. Good luck.
Thank you.
Mark, hey, what's going on, man? Question from Philadelphia. Couple of Philly-related things.
Hey.
What's up? So when the scouts ask you two things, when they ask you about coming from Philly and how much that has impacted you and your development and your success, and then when they ask you about your family and the people back that helped make you reach the point that you're at right now, what do you tell them about the impact of where you grew up and the impact of the family that surrounded you?
Like, I don't think a lot of people know like about Philly, and in the last upcoming years, probably about, let's say in a 4-year span, you don't really like see this type of this progression of like Philadelphia athletes, like football athletes. You don't hear too much about Philadelphia football players and stuff like that. And we grow up, all of us primarily, we grew up in a tough environment, you know, coming from Philly. And I know everybody that's from Philly, you know what I'm saying, has that grit. You get what I'm saying? And when you come to the field, you're gonna bring that grit. When you come, you always want to compete, no matter what weight, how tall, how big. I'm willing to go against anybody and everybody. You get what I'm saying? And that's just the Philly in me. And I had to say, like, the people, you know, the people that helped me get here, like, it's so many of them. You know what I'm saying? First, I had to thank God, and then I had to start with my parents. Like, shit, it's crazy. Like, sometimes I get, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really like a big emotional guy, but they did a lot for me. And there's a lot of people like after them that did a lot for me. And I'm just blessed for the opportunity just to still be here and compete. So that's why I go hard every time I'm out there on the field.
And if I could real quick just follow up with I was just with Coach Devlin talking about your time at Wood. And, last time I saw you, I mean, you were a wide receiver at Wood, just pretty much unstoppable in the Philly, Pub versus Catholic League game. Can you talk a little bit about your transition that you made? Those of us that kind of, last time we saw you, you were a wide receiver, and now, you're here at the NFL stage as a defensive back. Like when that happened, why that happened, and why you feel comfortable playing the position that you're now in on defense.
I had to say, it first started out when I came here and I was playing receiver, which I still truly love. And I was playing it, and I'm playing it and playing it and playing it. And I'm just trying to get better. I'm always willing to get better and do drills after practice, whatever it takes, to be the best. When I'm getting the ball, blocking, whatever, I just always want to be the best receiver possible. You get what I'm saying? And then when I came to college, special teams was a big thing. And I love to compete. I wasn't used to special teams like that, but I knew that was probably with the first team, like that first team, that national championship team that we had, that was a very, that was a very great team. We had a lot of receivers coming in, and I just knew, like, at that point, like, I was going, hustle, do whatever I had to do to get on the field. But then I got presented before the Notre Dame game by Coach Smart, an opportunity to play DB. I was running down on kickoffs before that, just trying to abuse as many people as I could, having fun in practice. And then next thing you know, he asked me, and I knew he had a pass with like switching people over. So I just trusted him. I just wanted to play. I really didn't care what, you know what I'm saying, what position. I don't care if you put me in left guard, left tackle, I was going to play it. I just wanted to get on the field. This is my dream.
All right, thanks, Mark. All right, guys, and just one more reminder, whenever we are asking questions, we do have a lot of guys that we're trying to fit in. So if you don't mind just asking one question, and then if you do end up having a second, if we do have time, just raise your hand, and I will try my best to get to you if time allows. Thanks so much.
All right, next up, we are going to have Tyson Campbell. And Catherine, we are ready to start. Okay. Hold on one second. All right, Catherine, we are ready to start when you are.
How y'all doing?
Perfect. Hi, Tyson.
Hi.
All right, first up, we're going to start with Mike Griffith and then Raphael Haynes.
Hey, Tyson. I guess I just want to ask you about your workout. The number you ran, it looked like you might have hit the mark from what we saw on television.
From what I'm hearing, everything from 4.34 to 4.39. I wanted to run 4.32, but I'm happy with 4.39. But my main focus was make sure I was looking well in my drills and looking smooth.
Hello, Tyson. Raphael from the 3-point conversion. Is there a particular attribute that you have that won't show on the pro day or on film?
I would say that I'm a dog. I think a lot of people get misconstrued by that just because I let my play do the talking. But I'm a fierce competitor.
All right, perfect. Let's next have Chip Towers and then Daryl Ledbetter.
Tyson, I just want to ask you about the 40-yard dash in particular. It's an amazing metric that everybody depends on so much, and you come from a sprinter's background. Eric put up a 4.2 something today. I know you guys have been very competitive in that regard the whole time you've been in Georgia. I mean, is that a situation where you knew that he was a little bit faster than you, or did you feel like you could run as fast as Eric does? And how much do you think it truly matters in being a football player and a defensive back?
I feel like I could run with anybody. But Eric is a hell of an athlete. But like you said, we're football players, and we're just blessed enough to have tremendous speed. But at the end of the day, we want to show everyone out there that we could play football too.
Daryl, do you still have a question?
Yes, I was waiting for you to wave me on in.
All right, you're in.
Yeah, Tyson, what in your skill set really translates to the pro game, and where do you see yourself fitting inside, outside, right, left at cornerback in the National Football League?
Well, I could do it all. So whatever team calls me, whatever team drafts me, they're going to get a player that's willing to do anything to help the team out, whether it be playing slot, outside corner, man zone, anything. I'm all for it. I just want to help the team.
And follow up, how have the Zoom meetings been going with the teams? I understand they've been a lot of teams going late into the evenings trying to get to know people because because of the circumstances with regards to COVID and so forth.
Zoom meeting has been going well. I actually have a couple more in the next few weeks. So they've been going well. Starting to build a lot of good relationship with these teams, and it's very exciting and it's a blessing.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right, up next, let's have Mark Weiser and then Adam Mack.
Hey, Tyson, What were you hoping, excuse me, what were you hoping to get out of today? And do you feel like you performed at that level? And the first round, how important is that for you?
What I was trying to get out today was just run a good time, put up good numbers and measurements. But I think the main one was to show my DB skills, to get that out the air that I don't have ball skills. And I just want to show how smooth and fluid I am and quick I am out my breaks. And back to your question about being first round. I mean, I think anyone would say they would love to be a first rounder. And of course, I want to be a first rounder. But at the end of the day, I'm leaving it in God's hands. And, hopefully I get the call for a team and, they blessed to give me the opportunity.
All right, Adam, you're up.
Hey Tyson, how you doing? This is Adam Mack from All About the Birds.
What's up, Adam?
Some group that people forget they always have to win over are the fans. And a lot of things that what I'm seeing is that you are the fourth cornerback in this draft. What are your message to the team fans that draft you that may have wanted one of those three other cornerbacks?
I mean, they're entitled to their own opinion. But I know where I am on that list, and I'm confident in my abilities and what I can bring to a team and what I can bring to a table. So I feel like, once I get there, they'll get to love me.
All right, and the last two questions for Tyson are going to be Mookie Hawkins and then Maddie Glab.
Tyson Campbell and Mookie Hawkins, 1-4 Sports 1080. How's it going?
Good. How you, man?
I'm good. How has going to Georgia prepared you for this moment, and has the Bills been in contact with you?
You said the Bills?
Yes, sir.
Coming to Georgia, I learned a lot as a player, and I feel like I've matured as a man. I think a lot of people don't realize that, when you come to college and you come to a program like this, you're surrounded by coaches that not only want you to succeed on the field, but off the field as well. And, Coach Smart and all the rest of the coaching staff always, put into our minds that we're more than athletes and we have a voice and we have a say and we are human beings. But as far as the contact with the Bills, I've talked to them.
Thank you for your time.
Hi, Tyson. My name's Maddie Glab. I work for the Buffalo Bills. Since you've been in contact with them, what do you know about Buffalo? What do you know about the Bills? Did you follow them at all this past season and the success that they had? Do you watch the NFL in general?
Yeah. The Bills are a great team. I watched them this year. They got a lot of corners that I watch. Tre'Davious White, somebody that I watch. And, I know they have a powerful and great offense, and they went to the AFC Championship this year. So I know they're an up-and-coming organization, and I watched them this year.
How do you think it would be to fit into a defense like that, playing for a defensive coordinator like Leslie Frazier and playing opposite of an all-pro corner in Tre'Davious White?
I think it would be a blessing, a great opportunity for me to learn from, a guy that, has done so well in this league for the past couple of years, and to be coached by, Leslie Frazier, who's well known in this league as one of the best defensive coordinators. So I feel like it would be a blessing. I would love the opportunity. But yeah, like you said, I'm just willing to get better and just grow as a player. So I'm willing to do anything.
Thanks, Tyson.
Thanks so much, Tyson.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Hey guys, just a couple reminders again about follow-up questions. If you can, just try to keep it to one question for us. That would be great because we're trying to fit in as many guys as we can.
All right, guys, next up, we're going to have Eric Stokes. You got
I got it.
it.
Got it.
that extra in. All right, Catherine, we are ready to start when you are.
Ooh,
Hey, Eric, how are you?
I ain't been in one of these in a minute.
Yeah, be careful of that back there. All right. First up, we're going to start with Brandon Sudge and then Charles Odom.
Hey, Eric, I wanted to ask you about your 40, obviously, and your speed. I mean, I followed your journey ever since you came out of high school, and you've always been known for your speed. What type of emotions do you have when you see it kind of pay off now? When you see it pay off to an NFL opportunity, when it all started as a track kid at Eastside High School?
Oh man, it's just amazing to where like people finally seeing like my speed for sure, to where like they finally acknowledging it, like just not pushing aside, doing all this stuff. Like now they actually see like I'm really that fast. So it's amazing.
Eric, DJ Daniels mentioned earlier something about the combine always being a dream for him. Was this any bit of a disappointment for you to do it this way, and how do you think it went? And also, did you seek out advice from players from last year's process about how the interview process would go?
Oh man, like nah, this still a dream come true. Like I mean, like of course Indy would have been perfect, and like just being able to like have that picture when you run in the actual 40 and they had the stuff in the background, like that was always a dream. But still, I'm still here on Pro Day. I still got scouts. I still got a chance to reach my dream. That's even amazing. I mean, like that's still even better. It's just still good. And then of course, like I hit up JR, especially like JR, my right hand man. That's when I'm hitting on JR throughout anything. So if I got a question, if I want anything, like I'm hitting on JR because I know for a fact like he could lead me the right way.
Okay, up next, let's have Brandon Carwile and then Dan Wolkenstein.
Hey, Eric, how's it going, man?
Going good, going good.
Good to hear. So I was going to ask you, you got good size, you got great speed, obviously. Does it matter what kind of scheme you're in at the next level? Do you think you're better suited for a zone heavy or a man scheme?
Nah, like pretty much, it's like it doesn't matter what scheme I'm gonna be in, because like again, this on my 4th year playing true DB, so you can throw me in any type of scheme, and I'm going to pretty much try to adapt the best way I can. So like it might be a little rough edges from the start, but once I get it, I'm gonna be pretty much good to go.
Hey, Eric, Dan Wolkenstein from the Brawl Network. Hey, congrats on the blazing times. You guys have really been opening up some eyes. Question for the NFL, I guess, more thinking about your skill sets. Is there a particular skill set that you think NFL teams will desire most? And then where do you see yourself stacking with the rest of the corners in this draft?
Pretty much with the second part, like I pretty much just believe like I'm one of the best. Where like if like I'm just trying to solidify that it's like I'm not that underrated. So like I got some type of buzz with me to I need some type of respect. That's all I'm asking for. But it is what it is, you know. I'm used to being that underdog. I'm used to being all that like that stuff. So it ain't nothing new. And can you repeat the first part?
And the first part was just what's the skill set that you think NFL teams will want the most that you have?
Pretty much just my speed, my length, like pretty much I'm athletic, so it doesn't matter. Like everything else I'm gonna work on, I'm going to continue to grow as a player and as a person. So like this all that could be even better.
Great.
All right, up next let's have Mike Griffith and then Chip Towers.
Hey, Eric, you just mentioned being underrated. You ran that laser time 4.24, 4.25. Did it seem like any interest picked up, and were you a little surprised there was still people after you ran that time that didn't have you in the first round?
There's no surprise there. You already know, like I'm always that underdog. I love that underdog role. So keep me as an underdog, keep doing all this stuff. You know, I'm totally fine with it because I know at the end of the day, pretty much like how they say, the cream will rise to the top. So eventually I'm a rise.
Did you ask yourself if you needed 3 or 4 pick sixes instead of 2 this season? Or when you reflect back, what do you think they're seeing, or what do you think you got to improve at that next level?
I know for a fact that I got it from my ball skills today. Like, I mean, all the speed, all that little stuff is great. But me, like, dropping things that I know for a fact that I done did this constantly over and over again, that's the thing that's gonna eat me alive the most. Like, I don't even care about all the good stuff I did today. All my little, like, the vertical, the broad, the 4-point, whatever I ran today. Like, I can't even think about that. I'm not even thinking about the speed. All I'm thinking about is things that I did not do well today, and that's what's gonna eat me alive.
Eric, you come from a team at Georgia that has a lot of speed on it, and you guys have always sort of, it seemed like, keep it to yourself as who's the fastest guy. You're proving to be the fastest guy between you and Tyson, and I guess Arian Smith is back at Georgia. I mean, can you confess now to knowing you were the fastest guy all along, or are you the fastest guy? Is Arian Smith even faster? I don't know.
I mean, I'll wait a title right now, but it's always been a give and take. Like, who's feeling the best on this day and all that. But like, as of now, I mean, I know for a fact that Tyson is right there with me. So day in and day out, like, he's gonna be one of the best. He's gonna be one of the fastest. And Aaron, just, I can't speak on that. But me, it's just crazy.
So you've never raced Arian? I guess you've covered him in practice.
Yeah, I never raced him or anything.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, and let's finish up with Jordan Reed.
Hey, Eric, Jordan Reed from the Draft Network.
Oh, nice.
The big thing that I wanted to know was that I asked Tyson the same question, was that at Georgia, it seems like you guys were taught to play the hands of receivers when you guys are exiting phase, and you guys rarely look back for the ball. So is that something that you guys were taught, essentially, to play the hands of the receiver as opposed to look back for the ball? Is that just something that you guys just do naturally?
Pretty much like what we do naturally is like you play through eyes and hands and all that stuff. So like mostly in man, we ain't like, I mean, everything we do is a man match. So pretty much you taught to go through eyes and hands, and then after that, if you in great location or like pretty much if you're in great phase, and then after that you look for ball. But a lot of things can go wrong, a lot of things can go right. So it's just like pretty much the most comfortable thing was to play through eyes and hands.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
All right. Thanks so much, Eric, and good luck with everything.
Thank you.
All right, next up, we're going to have Malik Herring. And Catherine, we are ready to go when you are.
Perfect. Hi, Malik. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Okay, first up, we're going to start with Mark Weiser and then Raphael Haynes.
Hey, Malik, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Tell me kind of, your mindset, what you were hoping to accomplish today. I know that you've been injured, you had ACL surgery, and kind of, what that does to your draft process and your hopes to get drafted.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, how will the injury, you think, affect your draft stock, and what can you do to tell teams that that they still might want to take a chance on you?
I just said the team's on me. Tell them how I'm doing rehab wise and how I'm feeling, and how far I'm out and how good I'm looking, stuff like that. And they can't dictate on where they get me. They just get whatever they get me. They get me. I'm just coming in ready to play, ready to do my job, know to play with, meet all the new guys.
Thank you.
Hey, Malik, Raphael from the 3-point conversion. During this process, you see a lot of people, a lot of media, the so-called experts talk about where you're going to be drafted, where you should go. At this time, is it hard to shut that off? Do you not pay attention, don't pay attention to it, or are you listening to it, saying what's going on?
No, I ain't listen to it. I never listen to outside noise. Because sometimes you see some drafts, they say somebody going this round, they probably don't even get drafted or get hired when they get drafted. So it really don't even matter, not over them. I feel like it's in God's hands and the GM hands. just how they feel about their player. So it's not really for me.
All right, up next, let's have Daryl Ledbetter and then Alex Fleming.
Yeah, Malik, how versatile do you think you are in different spots you could play in a 4-3 or a 3-4 front in the NFL?
I think I'm very versatile. I got a film of me playing zero nose, pass rush downs, all the way up to an outside shade 9 technique. So I feel like I'm very versatile. So I feel like I fit in any defensive scheme. They put me in the defense, let me know what I got to do. I'm gonna do whatever I got to do for the team.
Alex Fleming, Florida Sun. You've played against some of the top offensive linemen in the SEC. 2 questions. One, what gap technique do you exploit the best against opposing offensive linemen? And B, do you line up better as a pass rusher, edge rusher, or do you like being lined up on the inside?
That's the first question. I like lining up in 5, 6 technique, 9 technique. Do I feel like I line up better pass rush inside of the edge? I kind of feel balanced with both. I get majority of my wins inside though, so to do it, whatever the team need me at, I'm gonna get the job done.
Okay, up next, let's have Phil Karaya.
Hey Malik, it's Phil Carella from Overtime Fantasy. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. So with Georgia playing some of the best schools with great talent, how do you think that's helped prepare you for the NFL?
Just because I know when I get to the NFL, I know everybody on that field is going to be good, going to be great, going to be top tier guys. So me just being around here is going to make me comfortable with it when I get to the next level.
All right. And is there any particular person that you're looking forward to facing?
Oh, no, not really. Just
All
want
right.
to play ball.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, up next, let's have Brandon Carlisle.
Hey, Brandon Carwell here with Cheesehead TV. I was just wondering if there were any players at the next level you watched their film and trying to emulate.
Yeah, I like watching on Cam Jordan. His body frame, my body frame. Explosive off the edge, and he play inside. So I just like to look after him to see what he got going, see what he does, stuff like that.
Okay, up next, let's have Anthony Dasher.
Hey Malik, have they given you or do you have a timetable on your recovery when you'll be able to kind of get back like you want to be?
No, sir. Just off how I'm feeling, how good I'm feeling, how healthy I am, stuff like that. So I really ain't gave me no time frame.
How long do you think it will take you though, in your opinion?
I think it give me around September.
Oh.
Probably early September, probably.
All right, and last question, let's go Matthews or Nilas.
Good afternoon, Malik. Mateus from Brazil. For the NFL process, we always hear about that the players have to be on the field, and you have that consistently on Georgia. How do you think that was important and will be important during your draft process?
Just so that I can play 1 through 3 down. I can play all 3 downs. I think they just helped me out, show how much I'm be on the field, and me being just all over the field helped me out too. My draft stock. I'm sorry.
All right, thanks so much, Malik.
Thank you.
Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
All right, next up, we're going to have Richard LeCount. Catherine, when you are.
Perfect. Hey, Richard, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. First, we're going to start with Connor Riley and then Anthony Dasher.
Hey, Richard, where are you physically, I guess however many months removed now from that accident, and how have these last couple of months been for you?
I think I
got back pretty well. I feel pretty good. I feel like I'm, fast running, and on my drills, I felt good. Backpedaling and getting out of breaks, being able to go get the ball high pointed and adjust to the ball in the air.
Hey, Richard, sorry about that. They were talking on TV about your 40 times, maybe, I know in their opinion anyway, a little bit disappointing. How did you feel about that? And is that really a big deal for you right now?
I really didn't even see the official times yet, so I really don't know. But it is what it is. That good or bad, my play tape, shows what type of player I am, how I use my speed, how am I on the field, and the things like that, and such as that. I'm not too really worried about that 40.
All right, up next, let's have Mark Weiser and then Mike Griffith.
Hey, Richard, good to see you. What were the biggest things, injury-wise, you had to overcome since your accident? And then how important was it to get on the field there, at Mercedes-Benz to end your career?
Oh yeah, definitely. Probably my foot, rehabbing my foot, getting it back to, me trusting myself, trusting my weight on there, getting back into the tip-top shape that was before that the wreck, and just being in Mercedes-Benz Dome one last time was a blessing. That just shows the type of passion I have for this game, and I can't give up on my team because they never gave up on me. And for Coach Smart to give me that last play, man, that meant everything for me.
Hey, Richard, I wanted to ask you, I know these interviews with teams are pretty deep. Did all the teams, are they all asking, hey, what happened in the motorcycle accident? Was that something you've had to go over and over and over? And how was it having to tell that story?
I mean, yeah, pretty much. They asked about it, but I told the truth how it really happened, and they heard me out, and we moved forward from it.
All right, up next, let's have Jake Rowe and then Brandon Carlisle.
Hey, Richard. Obviously, when you go back to that, to the accident, and you come to and you're happy that everything's going to be okay. But how can you take us back to kind of how you felt about, you obviously love football. How did you feel about, knowing that you were going to be out for a while or maybe out for the rest of the season? And what did that do to you mentally, and how did you come back from it?
It was definitely tough, mentally on me, just knowing that, that I'm gonna miss some time, miss some games, my senior season. But every day I was rehabbing with Mr. Ron and the medical staff trying to get better. Mentally I had to fight my way through it. Everything that I learned here as far as the overcoming things and what I need to do in this and going into the next step that really ensured that, I'm gonna be all right. I got to keep working, put my head down, and keep going forward.
Hey, Richard. Brandon Carlisle here with Cheesehead TV. I was wondering if you could talk about what teams you've spoken to during the pre-draft process, and also, just comment on how you think you performed today.
I talked to a lot of the teams, man. I can't just specifically name them, but I talked to a lot of teams, getting to know the coaches, GBs, coaches, the staff there. And I'm sorry, what was your next question?
Sorry, I was just asking how you think your performance was today.
I definitely could have, did better. There's always room for improvement. I think I lit it up in the drills, did what I had to do there. Like I stated before, I haven't seen the times with the 40s yet, but I'm pretty sure, that I could have definitely ran faster, or, some minor things that I can tweak to get that time down, but I'm not really worried about it. I'm worried about, getting on the squad and playing ball.
Okay, and for the last question, let's do Pranav Rama.
Richard, in the NFL, you probably watch a lot of tape of the players to model your game around. Who is your favorite among them?
Probably I have to say Ed Reed, probably Earl Thomas at the Seahawks, Buda Baker, just to name a few. Those guys has been, dominating in their position for years, and, just for the years to come also, I try to model myself as, one of those players and transform my game and become a better DB.
Thanks, Richard.
Thank you.
All right, thanks so much, Richard.
All right, next up, we're going to have Aziz Ojulari. Ready when you are, Catherine.
Okay, perfect. Hey, Aziz, how are you?
I'm good, you?
Good. All right, first we're going to start with Chip Towers and then Justin Felder.
Hey, Aziz, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. You?
Good, good. By all accounts, it looked like you had a great performance today. What was your feedback? Is that the feedback that you got? And how much do you think these things matter as compared to what you have on tape from 2 years on the field?
Yes, sir. I believe it is really good, and it's going to help me because, everybody, they was questioning some things I could do. I just feel like I came out here and showed them.
What's up, Aziz? You're going to get asked a lot about the physical stuff out there today and how you did. What's it like getting to interact with these scouts and coaches, whoever's there? One of the only times you're going to get to do that this year. And give us an idea, what are those talks like? Are they asking football? Are they asking life? What do they talk to you about?
Yeah, it's great, man. It's a blessing, just to have that opportunity. And definitely, they're talking football. They're talking your personal life and stuff, just trying to get to know you better and stuff like that.
Okay, up next, let's have Anthony Dasher and then Raphael Haynes.
Hey, Aziz, good to see you. On TV today, they're really commenting on your build, how you kind of add a little more mass to. I mean, how much have you gained? What have you done to kind of build yourself up?
Yeah, I was at Exos training in Pensacola, and I just took nutrition and everything seriously over there, and it just paid off for me. So I just came out here, just did what I did. I ain't really do nothing different. I just took everything serious when I was over there.
Hey, Aziz, Raphael from the three-point conversion. Coming from a tradition of great defenders, defensive backs, linebackers, all of it in Georgia. What linebacker, is there any linebacker, whether it's from Georgia or anybody else that's in the NFL that you pattern your game after? And then also, what are you focusing on as far as trying to strengthen or get better at in your game?
I say Shaq Barrett, definitely. He's one of the guys I model. I just love the way he played and the way he could pan and get to the quarterback. Edge rusher, he could dip. Outside moves, he got it all. He's all around player. So I like to model my game after him. And one thing I can improve, definitely, I'll say working more counter moves, being more efficient with that. That's something I could definitely improve on.
Okay, up next, let's have Connor Riley and then Jake Rowe.
Hey, Aziz, you're pretty consistently mocked in that mid to late first round with a couple other pass rushers. What do you think really separates yourself from some of the other pass rushers in this class?
I just feel like my versatility and the way I use my hands and the way I could bend. I feel like I'm the most bendy and versatile. I got explosive first step. And I can also drop in coverage too. So you're just not getting the pass rusher out of me. You're getting all three downs. I can play all three downs for sure.
Aziz, you don't really have to worry about what you say anymore because you don't have to talk to anybody after this is over. So I wanted to ask you about the rest of the outside linebackers. And obviously you and Jermaine are gone. There's going to be a lot of snaps to go around. What can you tell us about the rest of that group, Adam Anderson, Nolan Smith, and kind of their ability to meet the standard that you basically set?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a whole lot of sacks coming this fall for sure. They let Nolan and Adam, and don't sleep on Bill too. They let those boys get off the edge. It's gonna be a dangerous fight. And there's gonna be a whole lot of sacks coming this season. I promise you that. Adam's so fast. Bill strength, first step. Nolan quickness, strength. I'm telling you, man. If they let those boys loose, it's gonna be a crazy fall in Athens, man, for sure.
All right, up next, let's have Jennifer Lee Chan and then Dan Wolkenstein.
Aziz, are you familiar with the 49ers wide nine style of defense, and how do you think you would fit in with that scheme?
You said the 49ers?
Yeah, the wide nine scheme, and how would you fit in there?
Oh, okay. I feel good in any scheme really because here at Georgia we did both. We did 4-3, 3-4, played all around outside linebacker. So we did it a lot here at Georgia. So I feel like I'm prepared to play any position, any scheme.
And are you familiar with their coach Chris Kasarik?
You said with the 49ers?
Yes. Are you familiar with their coach, the D-line coach Chris Kasarik?
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of Zooms with bunch of teams. So we definitely have conversations and everything's been going good. So.
Hey, Aziz, Dan Wolkenstein from the Brawl Network. Your name has been flying up the boards, obviously. And you hear a lot of people talking about how there isn't that premier pass rusher in this year's draft like we've seen in years past, like with Joey Bosa or Nick Bosa or Chase Young. What do you say to teams or to folks that say that?
Yeah, I just feel like I got the quick first step. I'm explosive. I use my hands well. I use my hands like extremely good. If you beat the hands, you beat the man. I always go by that. And just I can bend. I just feel like I'm that guy. Definitely.
All right. Thanks so much, Aziz.
Appreciate it. No problem.
Good luck with everything.
Thank you. All right.
All right, guys, we're going to take a brief break with the players, and we're actually going to have Coach Smart next, and then we'll resume again with players after that.